Hello and good morning. It's time for a news update right here on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Titilayo Oyinson. Thank you for joining us. The political crisis in Rivers State has taken a new turn as the House of Assembly issues notice of gross misconduct against Governor Siminalayi Fubara and Deputy Governor Ngozi Odu. This latest move is perceived as a significant step in the speculated efforts by aggrieved lawmakers to initiate impeachment proceedings against the governor. Details come in this report.
The power tussle between the legislature and the executive is showing no sign of abating, as the House seems to have been pushed to its limit. Speaker Martin Amaewhule read on the floor of the House a notice sent to him from 26 lawmakers containing allegations of gross misconduct against the governor. Among the listed infractions are unauthorized expenditure of state funds without an appropriation law and deliberate obstruction of the House of Assembly from executing its legislative duties. With lawmakers resolute in their intention to investigate and act on these allegations, Governor Siminalayi Fubara faces yet another challenge to completing his first term in office.
With reference to acts of gross misconduct in the performance of the functions of the office of the Governor of Rivers State, Mr. Siminalayi Fubara, GSS-RS, distinguished colleagues, I informed you that I received this particular document and that I have forwarded same to all members in line with section 188 sub 3, which makes it mandatory for me to forward the document to all members, and I've sent all copies.
Other indictments contained in the notice are the appointment of government officials without satisfying the constitutional requirements of screening and confirmation by the House of Assembly. The lawmakers listed the seizure of their salaries and that of the clerk of the House. They resolved to convey the notices to the government house through the media due to a breakdown in communication between both arms of government.
This House has therefore resolved that the clerk will publish in at least 3 national dailies the notice of allegations of gross misconduct brought pursuant to section 188 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended 1999 in reference to acts of gross misconduct in the performance of the functions of the office of the governor by His Excellency Sir Siminalayi Fubara, GSS-RS, Governor of Rivers State.
In a related development, the House, through a unanimous resolution, petitioned the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission to investigate the Secretary to the State Government, Tami Danagogo, over allegations of unauthorized spending of state funds.
The High Court of Lagos State has reserved judgment in the suit filed by the reinstated Speaker of the House of Assembly, Mudashiru Obasa, who is challenging the legality of the 13th of January 2025 proceeding that led to his initial removal. Justice Yetunde Pinheiro also heard several preliminary objections by various counsel representing the defendants and said the date to deliver the judgment and rulings will be communicated to parties in due course. Professor Joshua Olatoke, SAN, who represents the claimant, Mr. Obasa, prayed the court to assume jurisdiction to hear the matter. He argues that the House was on recess at the time the lawmakers convened illegally without duly informing either the Speaker or the Majority Leader, who have the powers to reconvene any session during recess. But Femi Falana, SAN, whose legal authority to represent the House of Assembly was earlier affirmed by the court on Monday, opposed the suit brought by way of originating summons. He said the later proceedings, 3rd of March, which saw the re-election of Mr. Obasa as Speaker, had overtaken the earlier proceedings. And now for some sports updates. 6 more players arrived the camp of the Super Eagles on Monday night to increase the number of players in camp to 12. Simon Moses, Victor Boniface, Raphael Onyedika, Jordan Torniaga, Stanley Nwabali, Samuel Chukwueze were the new arrivals. The players were received personally by head coach Eric Shelley and members of the technical crew. Bright Osai, Samuel and Igo Ogbu were among players expected to hit camp in Kigali by midnight as head coach Chele looks to kick off the first training session with the entire squad this Tuesday. Now the Super Eagles will be up against the Amvubi in a matchday 5 encounter at the...
So very honored to be mentioned among 31. Yeah, I think 31 players. It was quite surprising. I mean, I knew it was coming because, I mean, I've been doing pretty well and I was hoping it would come, and it did come. And I felt like a winner already, even if I already had it at the back of my mind that even if I didn't get to make the final 23, that I've done something, I've achieved something. And being in the final 23 also was, yeah, I just feel really blessed and I was very grateful. It means a lot. It's one of the best things that can happen to a football player, getting the opportunity to represent your country, to play. I mean, as a kid, you always watched the national legend.
And that's all we can take on news and sports for this hour. It's still Wake Up Nigeria. There's still much more. Stay with us.